Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool video game video for you today. Usually we're talking about the arcade games, but we got in this cool Odyssey system, so we figured we'd shoot a little video of it. This is the Odyssey 2, the second one. If you guys are big video game fans, I'm sure you've seen this before, but we thought this one was cool because of the voice module that it's got on it. The Odyssey 2 came out in the late 70s, and played these cartridges. The first one was the Odyssey 1, of course. The first Odyssey played little circuit boards, and whenever you played it on your TV, you had to glue or tape a maze or whatever the background was, because it wasn't strong enough to generate the background and the characters. But the Odyssey 2 was, of course, a newer version, much more powerful. And then in the early 80s, they released this voice adapter to it, which is really cool. So we figured we'd shoot a little video and show you how it works. Now, you can play the regular games just by putting them in the top. On the when the voice module isn't in it, there's a connector right there that the games go in, but you just leave it on. It doesn't need extra power or anything either. It gets its power through the cartridge slot. But a lot of the games were kind of just simple games. They didn't have really that many licensed ones. It's certainly nothing famous. If you don't know about the Odyssey, you probably never played any of the games that they had for it. But whenever they brought out this voice system, there's a speaker right here that all of the speech comes out of, and it's got like a synthesizer in it. So you've got a volume knob here, and we messed with it a little bit. We've had this thing laying around for a while, and we finally got working on it so we could fix it. So this particular game is pretty cool. It's called Type and Tell. So we've got a whole stack of games here for it. The blue ones are the voice series, so it's the ones that actually talk. Now the ones before it look exactly the same. Manuals in here. And so this one is War of Nerves. A lot of them are kind of like educational ones where they you have to spell something or whatever, because there's a computer keyboard on it that also has numbers and everything. Alright, we had some customers come in and talk to them, but we're back. So basically it had this keyboard on it, and so a lot of the games you would type numbers, type words and things. So a lot of them were more educational. I think they were going for a little bit of that market. But they had some that were action too. And they had some that were rip-offs of some of the more popular games, like for instance, Alien Invaders was just like Space Invaders, etc., etc. But we were testing out this voice module. The Voice, 1981, 1982, I believe, and we found this game, Type and Tell. You type, it talks. So check this out. You turn it on, and it comes up to this grid, and so then you type Joe's Video Games. So we type that on there. It spells it out on the screen. Now watch this. So you hit the input enter button, and
Joe's Video Games. Joe's Video Games.
So it will say anything. So let me see. Oh, and if you hit the reset button, basically it just clears it. So that's the whole game. Now, I remember 1982 a little bit. I was only 4, but I remember a little bit, and this is pretty damn cool for 1982. I don't know if anybody that's watching this actually had this, but I can imagine that it must have been pretty amazing. So I'm going to try to get it to do our website. Let's see here. Now our website is lyonsarcade.com, so that's Lyons, that's our last name. But it probably doesn't know that, so I'm going to spell it the proper way. Lyons Arcade, and then it doesn't know what .com is, because there wasn't really the World Wide Web. I don't even know if it was invented yet, but we'll say wait a minute, we'll put a space. How do I go back? I don't think there's a backspace. Let's see. Let's reset it. Alright, so we'll spell Lions like the animal. Lions Arcade. We'll put a space. Dot, it should be able to do. Instead of com, I think I'll do calm, because it'll sound the same. Let's see how that goes.
LionsArcade.com.
All right, it said lions weird, so let's try it with the Y like it's actually spelled and see if it sounds better. And we'll try com, just C-O-M, and see how it pronounces it.
LionsArcade.com.
That's so cool. So let's think back. 1982 would have been like, Mom, bring me a sandwich.
Mom, bring me a sandwich.
So, as you can see, pretty damn cool in my opinion. But that's all it does. That's the whole game. You just type whatever you want it to say, and then it says it in a synthesized voice. Personally, I think this must have been cool as hell back in the day, but I don't know. I didn't have one. So if anybody had one, let us know below. Now, if you like videos like this, subscribe to our channel. Every time we get an arcade game finished or a pinball machine, as you can see, we got a bunch of stuff in right now. We take a little video of it. But apparently, sometimes we do these old video game things too, if we get something in cool like this. So subscribe below, and we will see you on the next video.